Okay, imagine waking up tomorrow morning and checking your bank account to find $300 sitting there. Money you didn't work for. Money that came in while you were sleeping, eating breakfast, or watching Netflix. That's not fantasy. That's passive income, and it's completely possible in 2025. But here's the thing that nobody tells you. Most passive income ideas are total garbage. They promise six figures by next month, and you end up broke, frustrated, and selling your stuff on Facebook Marketplace. That changes today. We're breaking down 5 passive income ideas that actually work, with real numbers, real timelines, and real expectations. Stick around, because the fifth idea is something 99% of people never even consider. Before we jump into the 5 ideas, we need to get crystal clear on what passive income actually is. Passive income is money that comes in with minimal ongoing effort. Notice I said minimal, not zero. That's the key. You're going to put in work up front. Maybe lots of it. But then, over time, that initial effort generates consistent cash flow without you having to actively work for every single dollar. Think of it like planting a tree. You dig the hole, plant the seed, water it for a few months. That's work. But once it's established, it gives you fruit year after year without you breaking a sweat. That's the mindset you need to have about passive income. Let's start with something most people already have access to: the stock market. Specifically, dividend-paying stocks and exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Here's how this works. You invest money into stocks that pay out dividends, basically companies sharing their profits with shareholders. In 2025, high-quality dividend stocks are returning anywhere from 3 to 6% per year. That might not sound like much, but let's do some math. If you invest $10,000 into a dividend ETF with a 4% yield, you're making $400 per year with literally zero effort after that initial investment. $20,000? $800 a year. $50,000? $2,000 annually. The beautiful part is that you can reinvest those dividends, which creates compound growth. Over 20 years, that initial $10,000 could grow to over $25,000 without you adding a single additional dollar. The catch? You need capital to start with, and yes, the stock market fluctuates. But if you're in it for the long game, this is one of the most reliable passive income strategies available. Now, let's talk about real estate, because this is where serious passive income lives. There are 2 ways to approach this: buying rental properties directly or investing through real estate investment trusts, called REITs. If you buy a rental property, let's say you purchase a $200,000 house in a solid rental market. Your mortgage, insurance, taxes, and maintenance might run you about $1,500 a month. If you're renting it out for $2,000 a month, that's $500 in your pocket every single month, $6,000 per year. Scale that to 2 or 3 properties, and suddenly you're talking serious passive income. But here's the reality. Managing rental properties takes time. You'll deal with tenant issues, maintenance emergencies, and bureaucracy. That's why many people prefer REITs. You can buy them through any brokerage account, they're highly liquid, and they pay dividends, typically between 4 and 8%. The downside, you don't get the tax benefits or leverage that comes with owning property directly. Pick your poison based on how hands-on you want to be. Idea number 3 is digital products and online courses, and this one is perfect if you have expertise in something. Here's the scenario. You spend 60 to 80 hours creating a comprehensive online course about a skill you know well. Let's say advanced Excel, graphic design, or personal finance. You price it at $47. You sell 300 copies in the first year through Facebook ads and your email list. That's $14,000 in gross revenue. The second year? Maybe you sell 200 more copies with minimal additional effort because the course is already built. That's over $28,000 from the same work. The investment is relatively low. You might spend $500 on course hosting and basic marketing, and the barrier to entry is just your knowledge and willingness to teach. The risk is that building an audience takes time. Most people give up after 3 months when they haven't made any money. But if you're consistent, this scales incredibly well. Here's an idea that most people sleep on: high-yield savings accounts and certificates of deposit. I know what you're thinking. That's boring. But hear me out. In 2025, high-yield savings accounts are paying 4 to 5% annually, and certain CDs are pushing 5.5%. If you've got $100,000 sitting in a regular savings account making 0%, you're literally throwing money away. Move that to a high-yield account, and you're making $4,000 to $5,000 per year just by sitting on your money. This isn't sexy. It won't make you rich. But if you've got existing savings that you need to keep safe and liquid, this is free money you should absolutely be taking advantage of. The best part? No effort required after the initial setup. No stock market risk. Just consistent, predictable returns. For conservative investors or people close to retirement, this is incredibly valuable. Now, the fifth idea that nobody talks about: affiliate marketing and content creation. This is where you create valuable content, whether that's YouTube videos, blog posts, TikToks, or podcasts, and you recommend products and services that you genuinely use. Every time someone clicks your affiliate link and makes a purchase, you get a commission. Amazon Associates pays between 1 and 10% commission. Other programs like Shopify affiliates, booking affiliate networks, or software platforms can pay anywhere from 10 to 50%. If you build an audience of 10,000 engaged followers and earn an average of $5 per thousand views, you're looking at $50 per thousand views. At 100,000 views per month, that's $5,000. Again, the upfront work is massive. You're talking 3 to 6 months of consistent content creation before you see any real money. But once you build an audience, it becomes incredibly scalable. The monetization happens in your sleep. Before you go all in on any of these ideas, let me share 3 mistakes that completely tank people's passive income dreams. First mistake: they underestimate the upfront work. Every single one of these strategies requires serious sweat equity at the beginning. If you're looking for something with zero effort, it doesn't exist. Stop searching. Second mistake: they diversify too thin. Someone tries to start a course, buy dividend stocks, create a YouTube channel, and flip houses all at the same time. Then they do none of them well. Pick 1 or 2 ideas, master them, then expand. Think depth before breadth. Third mistake: they obsess over the wrong metrics. You're comparing your month 1 results to someone else's year 3 results. Your neighbor made $15,000 from his rental property last year, but he spent 2 years finding the right property, dealing with tenant issues, and optimizing his setup. Don't let comparison kill your motivation. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one of these 5 ideas that aligns with your current situation and resources. If you've got capital, start with dividend stocks or a high-yield savings account. If you've got time and expertise, build a course or start creating content. If you've got both, consider real estate. Give yourself a realistic timeline, at least 6 months before you expect meaningful returns. And here's the most important part: start before you're ready. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. If you found this valuable, please hit that subscribe button and drop a comment telling me which passive income idea you're going to tackle first. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message about building real wealth, send them this video. We'll see you in the next one.